Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the sanctuary framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research as examples of activities that may qualify as fair use. Section 107 calls for consideration of the following four factors in evaluating a question of fair use.
Back, I know. Because it felt so empty without me. Have you noticed? All these people talk all this shit, left, right, up and down. You don't do this kind of content, whatever. But then, if I go away for just that long, all of a sudden, you know. It feels so empty without me. Yes, all of a sudden.
You got the nerve to talk all this ish, K to the it to the S, and you saying since you've been gone, it hasn't been the same. Really, K to the it to the S? Really? This proves the audience what I said. I'm going to rewind it and let y'all hear it again.
Bobbity bobbity bop, we are back, I know. Yeah, I know. Because it felt so empty without me. Have you noticed? All these people talk all this shit, left, right, up and down. You don't do this kind of content, whatever. But then, if I go away for just that long, all of a sudden, you know. It feels so empty without me. Yes, all of a sudden.
Now he's trying to say, if he's not around, that people can't talk about other things. No, you can't talk about other things. You're telling on yourself. Your audience going to think otherwise. If I wasn't that important, or anybody else that you talking about in particular that wasn't that important, why are you taking what I'm saying to heart? Well, do you really have a heart for the people, K to the S, when you said that you're taking the people to the fire, to the lake of fire? That besides the point. I'm going to rewind it one more time for y'all to hear it again, because you got to play it a few times for these people to get a better understanding what is he's trying to say.
Right, up and down. You don't do this kind of content, whatever. But then, if I go away for just that long, all of a sudden, you know. It feels so empty. Bobbity bobbity bop, we are back, I know. Yeah, I know. It feels so empty without me. Because it felt so empty without me. Have you noticed? All these people talk all this shit, left, right, up and down. You don't do this kind of content, whatever. But then, if I go away for just that long, all of a sudden, you know. It feels so empty without me. Yes, all of a sudden, it feels so empty without me and you. Because, like it or not, people, we make this shit hot. So, happy.
Who's we? K to the I to the S. Who's we? You're not saying names. You're not giving specifics. Who's we? And notice he got something else going on. You already know about that side on the right side. Look in the left side. Okay, now we're going to get to the point. Stay tuned.
And turns out that I could have caught something or this or that. You know what men hear? So fucking what?
Say what? So you want these people to catch what's going on in this society, K to the I to the S? You saying that these high value men don't care about the circumstances of what's going on? Let's continue.
That's not bootleg car stereo. That's not shot. He don't care about that. He's like, wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You used to let your first boyfriend, he wasn't paying all the bills. He wasn't your husband. And he used to be able to just shoot the club up if he chose to. Because you guys were in, I'm talking to understand, we're talking about in the context of a committed relationship.
He meant to say monogamy, so you know he's watching Ringo. And you know he's watching Brothers in the Truth. And then he deals with the ICUIC. However, they don't speak like the brothers speaking the truth over here for the most part. Meaning that, for the most part, they don't speak on what's going on, the real deal Holyfield. They just doing that fair Israelite stuff over there, the ICUIC. No, here, we're going to tell it like it is. Doesn't mean we can't stand ladies. We're just breaking down the truth and the warnings. He's not giving the warning. He's giving somewhat the warning from the people he watches. And then flip and script, as he always do from time to time.
Well, hold on, Kevin. I thought you said high-value men don't cheat. They exercise options. Understand something. There are women who've been with high-value men in the past and don't require these kind of things. Ladies, understand something. You have to give every subsequent man at least what the previous man got, because every man has to pay. The man who gets you and marries you has to pay the ultimate. So he should get the most.
You know he's really watching. You know he's really watching, because he wasn't really speaking like that before. So he took his time off. He said he wasn't feeling well. Besides the point, he had enough to watch what y'all heard in the beginning, and I played that 3 times. Come on, K to that. Stop it.
This is why you ladies need to stop playing so many games and start actually. This is why you can give your guy the girlfriend experience. But see, this is what. Well, I will be willing to do that, Kevin. But I'm not sure. The problem ain't the men. The problem is you. The problem is more often than not you. You waited too long. Your software needs an update.
Wow. Did y'all hear what he just said? The software needs an update. Ringo spoke on this. That he was going to speak about who we are, and he explained it in detail. And here comes him telling the ladies they need to update their software, get off the 3D dimensional thinking, and rise your chakras and all that. Unbelievable. And
you're going into the dating market with fear, scarcity, and lack, which means anxiety and stress.
You got that for me, K to the S. You mix our conversations that we had and act like you came up with this idea. Unbelievable. You can't make this up, y'all. You can't make this up.
And guys that know what I'm talking about, they know I'm telling the truth. So they're talking about wrap up, please. See, you're missing the forest for the trees.
Wow. I just talked about the trees. It's the alternate of your DNA. Not the trees that you see, that you sit under. And when you used to be young, you run around the tree. No, the tree's the DNA. Wow, you can't make this up. Unbelievable.
The guys I'm talking about are going to use a condom anyway. The fact of the matter is, they want see, I want you guys to listen. I want all the guys to focus on all the women who want to start to argue the wrong point.
So the ladies want to start arguing the wrong points. How is that okay to the S? That don't make any sense. Anyway, we're going to continue. We're going to get to the other points. I just wanted to bring that out as well. Unbelievable.
Yep. So, guys, if you guys agree with me that a lot of women want credit for their intention, or I would do so and so, I would do so and so.
What ladies are really saying that, K to the I to the S? What ladies are really saying that?
Arco, it doesn't matter. A lot of men think they are non. A lot of men are non-traditional. Think they're traditional. See, I don't care about those. You need to be talking about the man you can get. That's the problem. A lot of you ladies want to talk about what the men are. What's your husband got to say about it?
Wow, 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 wow. Now he's coming out with what your husband has to say about it.
Stop worrying about the men you don't date and can't and don't want to deal with. And let's talk about the men you want to deal with.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all already know what's going on already.
See, that's the problem. That's why there are a lot of women don't like my channel. I won't let you talk about the men that ain't on the table. What about the men that you do want to deal with?
Did you hear what he just said? That's why he don't allow certain women on his platform, because they talking about the men that they don't want. What about the men that's on the table? Unbelievable, unbelievable. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
Ladies only. I got about 15, maybe 30 minutes at best.
Where he get this 15, 30 minutes from? You gotta be kidding me. I'm the one who started this 30-minute. I would do 15 to 30 minutes. Now he's timing people's live streams or uploads. He's timing people's live streams and uploads. You can't make this up.
So here we go. Like I said, I started not to do this tonight, but I knew it had been. I knew it had been so empty without me.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. He played it again. I'm sorry, I had to laugh. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Yo, you can't make this up.
Lazy energy in bed. I want you to think about this. And here's the thing. I feel compassion for a lot of these women.
What?
Because I've talked to them. I see women who...
You talk to them? You see what? Wow, you can't make this up. Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Really are tired. They are exhausted. But it's like, but they don't have enough good faith and trust in what's possible with another man.
Why did he pause? Why did he pause? He done messed up on some script. Something going on. He wasn't meant to say that. He was meant to say something else. It caught him off guard. Wow.
To get out of the rat race. This is why a lot of women are slaves to their jobs.
Oh, I can't believe he done said that. I can't believe he done say that. Where you getting that from, K to the I to the S? Wow. You saying they slaves to their job. Oh man, he is awesome. He is on one today. Unbelievable.
A lot of women are slaves to their jobs, and a lot of women are slaves to their jobs, their debt, their careers, their families, their pets. And they...
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Wow.
can see they're stuck, but they can't muster up the courage to jump off.
Who you getting this from, K to the I to the S? I said to the ladies, they had the conversation with me. You watch my show, K to the I to the S, when the ladies came on and admittedly said that the companies that they work for is tiring, it's taxing them. They tired of it. They want to just relax and do other things and be more catering to the man of their choice, of their liking, and they don't mind having a sister wife, etc., down the road. You watching my shit. You watch my shit, K to the internet, because you heard the lady said it on my shit and they ain't say it on your shit. They talking about they still want to do Korea.
So they're waiting for a man to come rescue them. Or
Wow.
man to come make it convenient for them to get off. And that's not
Unbelievable. Yo, this is why I'm telling y'all, you have to hear this.
how it works. Ladies, it is not a stranger's job to make it comfortable and easy for you to transition. It is
Oh my goodness. You see what I'm saying? He's saying word for word, verbatim, scripture to scripture in a sense. Wow.
It's for you to jump and risk. Relationships are risks. And so many
Oh my goodness. He said it. Relationships are risk. When you deal with somebody, it's a risk. When you're in business, it's a risk. You gotta be kidding me. This dude is watching.
women today don't want to risk. Only women. So ladies only.
Only woman. So he see guys in this thing, and he only want to talk to the ladies. Let's see what happens. Remember, I say he's not allowing the ladies to come on. Like, he doing more talking about the situation and not having them come on right away. He wants to see what I said will help his strategy. He ain't gonna ever admit that because I was on him. I said the only reason why he's successful is because them ladies came on. That's how he got popular. Let's see what he could do without the ladies always being in the show. And now he's been on here for almost a certain time, and now he wants to bring the woman on. We're gonna play that. We're gonna get towards the end.
This dude in the back, and you're in the back chat, it says only women, so go ahead and bounce you. Ladies, men today have too much information and are too connected. Many of you ladies in your late 20s to early 30s are still hoping you can find what men today would call a sucker.
Are you kidding me? Oh, snap. Wow.
Somebody who hasn't got the memo, who's still walking around and moving like I'll go ahead and put on the white cape. It's not gonna happen.
Wow.
You're running out of time.
Wow.
You're running out of time.
Wow.
And why is this important? Because it's fair that you as a woman should have to risk it all.
Wow.
That's the biggest problem today. Relationships are so unbalanced.
Wow.
It says ladies only. To where you should have to risk it all, because as a man, once we're in. Hello. Hi, Jessica. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good.
So what's your question? You muted yourself. Unmute your mic.
Okay.
Go ahead. What's the question?
I muted it.
Go ahead. What's
I
your
hear
question?
you in the back.
You can hear me in the background.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay, you have YouTube playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Turn YouTube
cut it
off.
off and talk.
Turn YouTube off.
Okay.
He's getting very impatient. He's getting very impatient, y'all. Here we go.
So, shout out to A Free. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me cut it off. Let me cut it off.
Put you back in the back. Come back when you're ready.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Look, ladies, my goal is to get more women to become self-aware. So you will start to appropriately price yourself.
Say what? K to the N to the S? You got to be. You is trying to say you trying to help the ladies. You trying to get them more into a better situation. Wow.
And start approaching the dating market with some real market awareness. A lot of you ladies, your price is still where it was when you were 20-something years old.
And what about you, K to the N to the S? What about you? You think people forgot that you like to trick and you like to pay for certain services? Stop the cap.
And you're expecting everything. And you can't get it because you're not what you were. So if it's called settling, yes, I'm trying to get you to settle for what you are. I'm trying to get you to settle for what you were.
He was not meant to play that song. He got pissed. He turned that off real quick because he's trying to say it's so empty without me. He's trying to tell the ladies and the guys, without me, it's nothing going on. I wonder what the Spirit and everybody else is going to say about this. Because not only he's talking about us, he's talking about y'all too. He's talking about y'all too. And I said this on somebody's platform that he wants this to himself. He wants this to himself. He wants to knock off all the other competition. And y'all gonna remember this video of me saying it. And watch he change his tone, because he gonna watch this. He gonna say, no, I'm for the brothers, and I love the brothers, and I care for the brothers. Don't listen to my detractors.
No,
hell, he did not. Baby, this is a mess.
I know it's a mess. I'm trying to get you to settle for what you are.
What about you?
A woman who is 27 to 35, a woman who's 36 to 60, who's put on a pound or two, who's had relationships that didn't work, who were supposed to be married but it didn't work out. You got debt, you got bills, you got all this stuff.
You don't think they don't know that?
And the guy you meet out here is a thorough guy. He's got his stuff together. He's done the work, and he deserves and demands the best that he can get because he's had to wait. He doesn't need leftovers. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
I'm back. How you doing?
You're not on camera.
Okay. Do you want me to be on camera?
Yeah.
Bam.
Okay. So what do we got?
I feel like starting off, not like everybody does, we congratulate.
All right, here we go. Here we go. So we already into the podcast of this show he's doing. Now he has his sister on. I'm gonna play a few minutes of this and then get to the ending.
Place you everything that as far as the high value man goes, where women want the high value man, I don't think they understand where it came from. It came from the expectations that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like they wanted to have these children and be taken care of and everything like that, but they didn't understand the dynamics of it, the monetary value of it, and all of that too. So
Okay.
when they
Why are you looking so distant that she's saying what she's saying? Like you surprised she's trying to have a dialogue and conversation with you.
come on and they have this argument, they don't understand it and they argue about it, but what they're asking for is that, and they don't
Asking
get
for
that.
what?
As far as a high value man and the things that they expect from a man.
Are you married or are you single?
I'm married.
Okay. I think a lot of women drastically underestimate how much work goes into a real relationship because most haven't had real relationships,
I agree.
especially pretty women. Women who are pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous typically don't have real relationships. They have situationships. And as someone who's
Meaning pump and dump, and K to the S. You know that you do the tricking, so that's kind of like similar to pump and dump.
been married and divorced, when you're married, you are busy. You got a lot of shit to do.
yes.
But when you're dating, you
Yeah.
can choose to turn the phone off, not turn the phone off, call back, not call back, and text. When you are married, you can't do all. Go ahead.
No, I agree. Like you can't do all that. Everything is not open and available to you. You ain't about to live your best life and everything, but this is your best life because this is what you chose to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like I have I guess you would say a high value man in the making or a Henry because I helped him get there too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like,
That's a good thing. She's saying that, even though he may not like it. In hindsight, she said she helped her man, her husband, get to where he's at, and that's very good to hear. Very good to hear. Some ladies do be doing that.
what do you bring to the table? You bring support. I'm going to be the secretary. I'm going to be the wife. I'm going to be the mother. I'm going to help you put the business together. I'm going to make sure you're straight mentally. I'm going to do all these things for you. And you're going to have, it's going to be extra things that come in that. But like
How long have you been married? How long have you been married?
I've been married legally for 2 years, but we've been together for 10 years.
Okay. You guys have any kids?
That means that they got the marriage certificate. She knows about the common law. You know, she knows about that because if you don't have the certificate and you have a lady staying with you, it's called common law marriage. What we know as Israelites is that when you lie with a woman, that is your wife.
We have 2 children.
Okay. And you said you've been married for 2 years? Both of your children together?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay. But you said do you work for the family business?
I am partially in the family business, but I also work too.
Okay.
I helped build the family business. I did that, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think you gave me something else I want to chime in on, and I'm going to build on that person. Appreciate it, Jessica.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much, Kevin.
Bye-bye. See, relationships are work. And guys, understand something. A lot of women can't do relationships today because they're overworked. So it's like the chicken or the egg. Women are like, so in order to not be overworked at work, I need to be in a relationship. But in order to get a relationship, I got to do more work when I can barely keep up with the work I have. And this is why so many women are out of shape, because they don't have the energy
Okay, here's the thing. When they do realize what they need to do, is the men putting them in that situation to focus on getting themselves to where they need to get to. K to the I to the S. Other than that, we're going to get to the point. We're going to get towards the end. So stay tuned.
How do I give a man what he wants?
Here we go,
You
y'all.
can't give what you don't have.
Here we go.
You can't give what you don't have. You don't have good faith. You don't have good faith. You don't have.
He's saying y'all don't have good faith. How you know they don't have good faith? Based on what, K to the I to the S? You don't know every lady. Come on with that. Stop the cap.
Good faith, you don't have trust. And if you don't have it, you can't give a man what he requires. And the relationship is going to fail. Because eventually there's going to be some sort of resentment that sets up. There's going to be some sort of, because there's going to come a time where a man who's a leader can only lead willing followers. And women are not willing followers today.
You know the reason why ladies are not willing followers? Are you seeing what's going on in society, K to the I to the S? Are you ignoring that? Or you just want to play dumb? Ladies, for the most part, are willing to be, willing to participate, follow the man. Yet when they see something ain't right, they have a right to question it. See, you don't want to be questioned. You don't want these men to be questioned. You see what's going on in this world, K to the I to the S. Stop the cap.
Women today are questioning followers. And the women, here's the funny thing. Women want their questions answered, but they don't want to answer a man's questions. Oh.
That's a lie, K to the I to the S. That's a lie. Men that play games, they're not going to answer their questions, the man's question. A man that's on point, they're going to answer his question in their actions.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Women want their questions answered, but they don't want to answer a man's questions. Gentlemen, how many times have you sat down and had a woman who wanted to interrogate and wanted to know this, wanted to know that, wanted to know this, wanted to know that, blah, 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 blah. But soon as you start saying, okay, well, let me ask you some questions. Oh, it's almost like when you see somebody on the side of the road arguing with a police officer, and the person in the car may be right, and the cop may be wrong, but all of a sudden the person in the car is hemmed up and beat up on the side of the road. Why? Contempt of cop. Many women today have a contempt for being questioned.
What questions are you saying precisely? Because we don't know what goes on between that man and that woman. You're going on based off assumptions. That's based off assumptions, K to the I to the S.
They want, a lot of these nice modern women want men to accept what they say, even when it does not line up with what they do or have done with that man.
He's talking about based on their actions. The question is, what about the men based on their actions too? It takes two to be focusing on their actions. Words go into the truth when action speaks louder than words, is basically what I'm saying.
A man can only look at what you have done with him and judge what the likelihood is. You did it when you was with A, B, and C, but when you're with D, you've done this. You've given nothing. You don't do this, you don't do that.
She knows if that she gets with a person and she don't participate in helping him, he's gonna move on. That's common sense, K to the I to the S.
Men have been told and taught and trained and said, you need to learn how to communicate and this and that. Men are doing well in relationships today. Modern women are modern failures. That's what this was going to be called. You're failing.
I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to get towards the end.
Point to where women's expectations in relationship are for work. We are getting to the point to where when I was in Miami, I had a woman talking about she wanted to have a net worth of $80 million. A woman who said that she didn't want to be married per se, but she wanted kids. And then she wanted to have separate houses with her. So I'm just, it's becoming outrageous. It's like women's appetites and desires are being, there's no limit to.
Did you not say that the ladies should not deal with a certain bracket of men a month or 2 months ago? Now all of a sudden they should reconsider based on what's going on? K to the I to the S? Really? Really?
And we're going to have to get to a point where we start getting people, women in particular, to understand the relationships are work. And you're supposed to have pain and trauma and issues. Not constant, but see, the thing is, even saying that is not popular. They're like, well, you're supposed to be happy. That's the point. People think they're supposed to be happy all the time, and happiness is a choice. And today, people just don't have much tolerance for it. Come back on Wednesday.
Don't have much tolerance for it. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
No, because I'm kind of fading here.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to say that last part's going to get misinterpreted, but I want you guys to understand that that's why the color purple, and I'm still doing my research on it, the color purple and waiting to exhale and things like that has such a detrimental impact on the Black community, because it went into this trope that relationships are with a man or by nature, by virtue, horrible, restrictive, and damaging and dangerous places, to where women's tolerance, modern women are extremely impatient and impractical when it comes to relationship. This is a modern woman, or even the nice modern woman. A lot of you in the chat room are nice modern women, but your outcomes are the same as the rabid feminist.
Wow. Wow. You watching us. That's a wrap, y'all. And I mean that. Like, we know women have their way of doing things, for the most part. However, man, I can't believe this. Wow. He's watching, y'all. He's watching. He is watching heavy.
Leftist, strong, independent, I don't need no man. Your outcomes, your relational outcomes, still the same. And that's what we're going to get down to. We're going to make you ladies start to understand exactly where you are. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know where this is going to go. Because what I've heard many women say, if I got to do all that, I'd rather be alone. Well, you know what? We're going to start profiling more of that this year, too. When it's starting to look like with all these women over 55 and alone. See, women who are over 40 and alone, they still feel like they have shots.
He's talking about his own age bracket. K to the I to the S, without tricking. You're still alone, right? Okay.
But when you get women over 55, that's a different ballpark. There is no more, I can still have kids. 55 is 10 years away from mandatory retirement. That's why you got this one woman today in the media was married to the lead singer of the Cars, Rick Ocasek's wife, Paulina whatever it is, Polish model.
I'm not going to listen to that part because it's similar to what he's saying just now. So we're getting towards the end. Here we go.
Listen to what I'm saying several times before you respond. Because I'm gonna tell you, I think this is probably some good work, some good truth. I might be on Instagram tomorrow. I don't want to push it too much, guys. Do me a favor, share this content out. And I'm going to ask to my critics to listen to what I'm saying.
He said, listen.
Several times before you respond.
Listen to what I say before you respond.
Because I'm going to tell you, I think this is probably some good work, some good truth. See you guys on Wednesday. And if you want to book your one-on-one,
I'm going to rewind that and play it again.
Betty White's age. And a lot of women here you're supposed to still be in relationships. And a lot of you ladies have just been lied to. This is why I'm like, this is about saving a lot of y'all's lives.
Okay.
Waking you up and saving your life.
Okay.
Waking you up from the matrix.
Waking you up from the matrix.
Ain't nothing out here for a woman over there. When I say ain't nothing out here, it only gets worse. The older you get and you're unmarried, the worse your choices get. And I want you guys to understand, who are women listening to? They are listening to women over 45 years old.
They are listening to women older, some of these young ladies. And ladies their age group are listening to them. And can it be disruptive? Absolutely. Can it be very, very disruptive? Absolutely. However, at the end of the day, what are the men your age group doing? Are you really laying down the foundation and say, hey guys, look, don't do what we did. Don't mess up like we did. Make better decisions. Are you saying that?
Who are celebrities, telling them that it ain't that bad. They make more money than you. They can keep themselves occupied. You are an accountant. You cannot. You are a teacher. You cannot. It is time for women to wake up, grow up, because we don't have, I think if I just took a guess, I don't even want to guess, but I'd really be surprised if we have enough wives for the men who want to be husbands. We don't.
What do you mean that the men don't have enough wives? What do you mean the men don't have enough wives? There's some men that have a polygyny thing going on and doing pretty good, doing the right way according to the law, statutes and commandments of the Most High. Now, the wicked ones, yeah, they're going to have a hard time because they don't want to change their ways, and the wicked man as well.
Wednesday, come back Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I should be fully ready to go by then. I might be on Instagram tomorrow. I don't want to push it too much, guys. Do me a favor, share this content out. And I'm going to ask to my critics to listen to what I'm saying several times before you respond. Because
Who you talking to, K to the N to the S? Who you talking to, man? Let me find out you trying to say, listen to me. Listen.
Tell you, I think this is probably some good work, some good truth. See you guys on Wednesday. And if you want to book your one-on-one session with me, go to my website, bykevinsamuels.com, and click on booking. And select personal professional advice. And I have some more things coming up announced too. But I've been out for the last couple of weeks. I haven't been on Patreon. I haven't been on anything, guys. So I still got to get caught up. I got a backlog. But we're going to get there. Ladies, I know a lot of people will tell you I hate you. No, I don't. I want to see the best for you because I want to see the best for guys. And we are better together. The world has nothing for you by yourself at 50. Nothing. Nothing.
You really listening, K to the S? You listening to what we've been saying, and yet you tugging, you trying to figure out what direction you trying to go now all of a sudden, because you've been seeing a lot of things, and certain things been hitting you, oop, upside your head, oop, upside your head, ha, 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 oop, upside your head, oop, upside your head.
And if you think you're going to make enough money when only 9% of women in our community earn over $75,000, you're fooling yourself. I'm going to also get the stats for all the communities because I have the stats pretty much to memory on this side, but I'm also getting stats for other groups and overall too. Because this problem is expanding. And the people who are going to get hurt first is women. Make no mistake. The people who are telling you what you want to hear profit off of your pain and off of your delusion and denial.
Ho, 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 ho. And this is why I wanted y'all to hear. Hold the hell up. You saying that these men are not trying to help, they profiting and off your pain and delusion. Who you talking about, K to the S? We're going to play this again, and I'm going to let this whole thing play through.
The backlog. But we're going to get there. Ladies, I know a lot of people will tell you I hate you. No, I don't. I want to see the best for you because I want to see the best for guys. And we are better together. The world has nothing for you by yourself at 50. Nothing. Nothing. And if you think you're going to make enough money when only 9% of women in our community earn over $75,000, you're fooling yourself. I'm going to also get the stats for all the communities because I have the stats pretty much to memory on this side, but I'm also getting stats for other groups and overall too. Because this problem is expanding. And the people who are going to get hurt first is women. Make no mistake. The people who are telling you what you want to hear profit off of your pain and off of your delusion and denial. The people that they tell you hate you are actually trying to help you.
Wow.
Because they're at least trying to tell you some truths that you can do something about. All right, people. Godfather is out of here. Till the next time. Peace.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? That's basically about it, y'all. Peace.